As of yesterday, Rudy Giuliani was supposed to be here today at 2 o'clock. As of yesterday, he was supposed to walk in at 2 o'clock today. Everything was already squared away. 2 o'clock yesterday, 8 o'clock yesterday, he was committed. I get a call. I step out 3 or 4 times out of the restaurant. I go outside. Finally, his assistant gets me on the phone. Rudy wants to talk to you. Rudy and I had a 20-minute conversation. He said, I can't be there tomorrow. I said, why not, Rudy? He says, there's 2 people there. One of them, Michael. When Michael got out, I didn't think he was going to change his life. He says, the fact that Michael changed his life, I cannot believe it. It's a great testimony of a person that fully changed. He says, I never thought he would. He even said in the interview with Joe Pags, he didn't think the life was going to be changed. He said, I can't be there tomorrow because of Sammy. I said, why not Sammy? He said, I wish I could have put Sammy in jail for 100 years. I said, you wish you could have put Sammy in jail for 100 years? He says, yes. He says, Michael got a second chance. He took advantage of it. Sammy got a second chance, never took advantage of it. He says, Sammy never changed. Sammy's the same person today as he was before. He took 19 people's lives. He needed to do 100 years and be in jail, if not more. He says, if I was, he says, the only room I'm willing to be in with Sammy is in a courtroom. His words yesterday. Only room that I'm willing to be in is with. I would have liked to have him be here so you guys could talk, but he didn't want to do it. What do you say to him? And I understand the point where you say, hey, God, he found God, he changed his life, you know, whether he did or not in your eyes, to Rudy's eyes is, whether it's real or not, the man's moved on and is doing his own thing. What's wrong with that? What do you say to what Rudy said about you yesterday on the call?
All I could tell Rudy is this. Now, if Rudy was coming here, I would say, okay, explain the case. This is a courtroom, and you could put me away. Here's how you're gonna put me away, Rudy. Say what I don't wanna hear. And I'm gonna go to prison for the rest of my fucking life. You put me away. But you're not gonna see it. You'll be the reason. If you're that dedicated, then do it. Sit here. Try me. Sit here and do it. That's how you'll put me away.
When I interviewed assistant U.S. attorneys, particularly the ones I thought would be in the criminal division and could get in this kind of work, I would tell them, you know, you got to have you can't get frightened too easily because you're going to get a lot of threats. I mean, you get a lot of threats anyway, and most of them are just ridiculous. Giulio Gazia, Julie Peters was his AKA, which Vito's brother-in-law threatened to kill me on the witness stand, which of course was the best thing could ever happen because it got him convicted. He said, I'm gonna kill you, you son of a bitch. I said, thank you, and I sat down.
Literally, this is what
Literally, he said, I'm going to kill you, you son of a bitch.
It's like the Few Good Men scene where it says you can't handle the truth.
And that I found out years later was a case that Vito allowed us to prosecute because he hated his brother-in-law. His brother-in-law was either cheating on or beating up his sister. And generally, they don't get involved in personal things, but this guy was so bad. And he was also getting them in trouble by going too far as a loan shark. Like I said, smashing the guy's hands in. And another guy beat his girlfriend up, which the guy owed money, and instead of beating the guy up, this guy was in love. I mean, they were in the garment business. He was in love with this beautiful young model, and they completely disfigure her. I mean, there's no reason to do that. Beat the guy up. You don't beat up the model. So he was having a lot of problems in the family. So it was really weird because here we have, this is when I was an assistant U.S. attorney. Here we have a relative of the top guy in the Mafia, and these people are freely testifying. We didn't have to put them in the witness protection program. Wow. And I would ask the Bureau, and this is before the Bureau really knew them. This is in the 70s. This is weird. What? Aren't these guys asking for protection? And there was a rumor then, I think Vito wants him prosecuted. Well, he got prosecuted, he went to jail. And then years later, when I did the entire investigation, they told me the whole story. That Vito, because he was in the family, Vito didn't want to whack him, but he figured there are 5, 6 witnesses out there, loan shark victims, and they got visited and told to be perfectly fine if you go testify against them. We'll take care of you. It's a strange group.
When you can carry fucking things around, vendettas towards people, and it's not just me. He does that with everything and everybody. He goes after fucking people all the time. Now, he's not going after people with a gun, but he's going after people to put them away for life.
Criminals.
Criminals, anybody. He's fucking fighting now for Trump. He's not fighting criminals, he's fighting people in the Democratic Party. He's trying to make up things. He ran to Russia to go get things, to put people in prison. That's what he does. He didn't go with a gun.
Sammy, I gotta disagree with you there. You wanna stick up for the Democratic Party right now?
I'm not sticking up for the Democratic Party. I'm saying what this guy does. I don't care about any party right now. I do. Maybe down the road we'll talk about parties. I do care about parties and things going on, like I did with Governor Cuomo when we talked. But him, don't go after people with your fucking mouth and a pencil and destroy people's lives.
That's his job, though.
That's not his job. It was his job when he was a prosecutor. It's not his fucking job now. He's still doing that thing and making statements like that.
I'm not.
And I don't give a fuck what his job is. My job was to be in the Mafia and do what I did. You could say the same thing, Patrick.
Yeah,
You could say that was Sammy's job.
Sure. Yeah, but you can respect his job that when he was there, he was able to clean the streets with a lot of people that feared.
I respect Frank and Maddie, George Gabriel, people in the FBI. I still talk to them. I'm friends with them. They don't carry fucking vendettas around for people. What I did helped the government in a tremendous way. They feel that everything that went on, and I changed my life. I got a parole officer who's very, very good with me. Very good.
I believe Sammy's changed his life now, but I want to get back to when we were involved in that life, Sam. We're not normal. We're not normal. Normal people don't do what we did. Cosa Nostra is not a normal lifestyle in any way.
No, of course it's not normal.
Okay, so that was my point.
Of course it's not normal.
We weren't normal.
Listen, it's the whole world, for that matter, is really not that normal. There's governors, there's senators, there's congressmen.
We're not.
Well, you can't pick a group.
We're talking.
That's what Joe Colombo fought for. You can't point a group and say, this is not normal.
Sammy, we were criminals, Sammy.
So a lot of people did things.
We were criminal. I'm putting myself in the same category. We were criminals. We took an oath to commit crime on a daily basis if
I
we
didn't
had
take
to.
an oath to commit crime.
You know what I'm saying, Cam.
Yeah.
You know
but
what I'm saying.
I didn't take an oath.
We didn't obey the law. We didn't give a damn about the law.
No.
The law didn't. It wasn't our law. We did what we wanted to do.
There's a lot of laws I
That's
don't
not
give a damn about right now.
But that's not normal, Sammy. You don't take an oath.
Then maybe I'm not normal.
No, I'm not. I wasn't either.
I don't believe that they take laws and rules and regulations and a scumbag like this guy goes around in his high horse and you don't want to.
But all the guys that you mentioned, Gotti, Persico, we're not normal, Sammy. You got to come to that conclusion. You're in that life. And again, I'm not saying you.
Normal is a word.
Life.
I don't know what normal means to you. I think I'm very, very normal. I
We're not
love
normal,
people. I love people.
Sammy,
I care about
Sammy,
people.
when we kill
I talk
people,
to people.
when we
maybe
kill
you're not
people-
normal. Maybe you don't love. Maybe you don't feel
Sammy,
feelings.
I got 7 children and grandchildren and a wife that I've
That's
been married to
banging.
for
That's not
37.
love.
That's banging?
Yeah, you got. Don't tell me how many kids you got.
I
I'm not
love my
interested.
children.
That's a whole other story.
I love my grandchildren.
Of course.
I love my wife.
So that's normal.
That's normal.
You're not abnormal.
No, you're not listening. I said when we were part of that life, we're not normal. You don't kill people in a normal. You go to. They teach police to kill criminals. They teach young kids to go into the service to kill the enemy.
Teaching cops
That's
to
normal.
kill criminals. That's a normal to you. That's normal.
In society, it's normal. It's law and order. You have laws, and you got to enforce the laws. So that's normal. I'm not saying I would be part of it, but it's normal.
When a kid is running away and you shoot him fucking 14 times, what is that?
Sammy, I'm not.
That's normal?
Don't take an individual. No, but if somebody's coming in to rob your house with a gun and a cop shoots him, that's normal.
No.
That's
I'm talking about a kid running away. There's been 100 of them. There's riots every fucking day about people. That's not normal?
Sammy, do you mean to tell me that as members of Cosa Nostra, well, we took an oath, okay, to kill if we had to, for our own purposes. We don't like this guy. You said it 20 times. And I'm the same thing. Somebody gives me an order to go kill somebody. I don't even know the guy. I got to kill him. That's not normal. It's not, Sammy. We weren't normal when we were a part of that life. Now, you got your life straightened out. You're in a different place. That's normal. Trying to change and get into a normal
So you
existence.
can't kill them?
Huh?
You can't kill.
Somebody comes after my family, I'll do what I have to do.
That's not normal.
It,
Go to the police, you're normal. Go to the police.
well, then maybe I'm
and
still
file
not
a
normal.
charge.
Maybe when it comes to that, I'm still not
What's the
normal.
debate right now?
I don't even know.
Yeah, so let's go back.
What I'm trying to say,
Yeah.
Patrick, we can't defend, you can't come into that life and say you're living a normal life. It's abnormal.
No, but I think I want to go back to what you know, the talking about Rudy. Sammy, you know, as somebody whose job was, I mean, you look at what we have right now in New York, COVID hits, every country in the world, crime goes down. New York City, crime is up. And they say it's because of COVID. How the hell is crime up? People are at home. Why is crime up? LA, crime is up. De Blasio is not handling New York the way he did. You have Giuliani who came in and he cleaned house.
Any Democrat,
But if
every
you
Democratic
look at,
city.
if you take Giuliani out, one of the things that a lot of people give him credit for is, forget what he and Trump went through during his time in the 80s, what he did. A lot of millions of people in New York are grateful for the fact that the guy came and cleaned the streets of New York.
I'm
and gave him a lot of comfort.
grateful that he cleaned the
He
streets.
was a great mayor.
You are.
As a great mayor, yeah.
So, okay.
I mean, he got rid of people, homeless people,
He's a
different
great-
crimes. He was a
cleaned
good
up Times
mayor.
Square.
He did that. My hat's off to him. I don't dislike him. I didn't hate him. But when you come out with a big fucking vicious attitude towards things, there's no forgiveness in his heart. There's no human in him.
But I think
He's
you
a
guys
fucking
are,
machine.
I think you two are very similar.
Well, good.
And let
Then
me
put
explain
us,
it
well,
what's-
then he should come in a fucking room with me and talk to me, and let's see how we end up.
Similar in the
You see-
following way.
see what
Similar
I'm
in the
saying?
following. You're when you say, I'm a true La Cosa Nostra, you're a true believer, is what you claim you are.
Yes, I
Which
am.
is very obvious, you're a true
Yeah.
believer. He is a true crime fighter. You mentioned Junior earlier wanted to be a crime fighter. Giuliani doesn't call himself a crime fighter. The world calls him a crime fighter. He woke up every morning to put guys like you and guys like you in jail. That was
But
his
it's not
job.
his job no more.
I know it's not, but during his time.
I'm not talking about his time.
Yeah.
I'm talking about now. He
Why
just
do you-
called you up. He was coming here and gave you some bullshit story about
Yeah. Well, because
why
a
he
big
didn't
part of
want
his
to sit
life-
with me. And I've changed my life just like he changed his
He
life.
doesn't think
he
you
didn't
have.
kill anybody.
Right.
Maybe I talk a little bit different. I didn't kill nobody either. I don't want to kill anybody. Am I capable? If you hurt my fucking family or you come in and do something,
Yeah.
I'm capable of it. I can't help it because I got to tell the truth. I got to tell the truth.
So
I don't want to
looking-
be a fake or a phony. I don't give a fuck what people think or don't think. They think one thing. I tell the truth.
I always thought it was critical in solving crime, whether it's the mafia or you got to think like a criminal. And I understood them. Maybe because I grew up in an Italian-American family. Maybe because they weren't alien to the idea of the mafia. I wasn't one of those people that, they first heard of the mafia when you're 20 and you say, what the heck is that? From the time I can remember, I knew there was a mafia. And I kind of knew how they thought. I'll give you an example of that. The way we broke in on Tony Salerno, we got the warrant to break in on his social club, and for several months we couldn't get in because he kept the damn thing guarded all the time. We couldn't get in. There was no way he kept it guarded 24 hours a day. And we get down to now the holidays. And I go see the judge with Judge Owen, and the judge said, I can't continue this another month. I mean, yes, you have additional probable cause, but we've been doing it now for 3 months. I said, okay, Judge, just give me 1 more month. Just give me Thanksgiving. I bet Tony gives the guys off at Thanksgiving because Tony's got a good heart. The judge looked at me and said, you crazy? I said, no. People can be killers and still have a good heart. People are complicated.